Welcome back, everyone, to Black and White Life Coaching. I'm Brad Richard, and we are going to jump right in to the video. This is the first week of Black and White Life Coaching. So welcome. Today, I want to talk to you about left behind, ? What did you leave behind? And it may surprise you. I'll go ahead and kind of set the stage for this message and tell you what I left behind. I am currently 61 years old, and what I left behind 11 years ago was a little Brad that had a lot of dreams, a lot of hopes, and a lot of aspirations and things that he wanted to do. Little Brad wanted to be an Elvis Presley impersonator. And he was also very talkative, and he wanted to quote unquote be somebody, and that's what I left behind. He was a young man that had a lot of turmoil, and he had physical abuse, mental and emotional abuse. And he was very, very codependent on his family. Did not really, have any of his own personality. He kept a lot of things to himself. He didn't really, tell a lot of people anything about him. And he also, he kind of reached out to people around him and kind of and absorbed all the attention. He was an attention-seeking little man, and he did that to compensate for a lot of the pain and a lot of the hurt that he had as a young man, as a small boy. So when I turned 50, 11 years ago, I identified him, I acknowledged him, and I came to the realization that I had left him behind and I had abandoned him. And I also left him with all the baggage. I left him with all the hurt, with all the insults, with all the name calling, and with all the judgment that came from his family and his friends. So that was something that I walked away from. And I had to go back at 50 years old and discover who I had left behind and what I had left him to deal with on his own. And I share that story with you. First of all, I want to be very authentic. My videos will not be scripted, and so I am just winging it. I'm talking directly to you, from me to you, and this message is just for you, and hopefully it resonates with you. But I want to give you some context to the title of the video, Left Behind ? And what did you leave behind? What did you leave behind? Was it joy? Was it pain, suffering? Was it hurt? Was it abuse? Was it, or was it, more positive things, right? More positive things growing up, taking a look at your childhood and going back to really find out what have we left behind and why did we leave it back there? And why are we not living the life today that we dreamed of when we were younger? So that's why I wanted to share that story with you, and to give you an idea of this message, okay? And I wanted you to be able to relate to it, okay? I left behind little Brad with all of his baggage and all of his pain and all the things that he struggled with. And I walked away from that and went on to be a quote-unquote adult. The fact of the matter is, at 50 years old, I was 100% codependent on my wife, on my parents, on my siblings, and on my friends and coworkers. I was totally codependent, and I didn't make any decisions on my own. I didn't have any control of my own destiny or my own life, and I let everybody direct my life in the direction that they thought was best for me. And so I walked away from my adult self as well as little Brad. And when I got to the age of 50, something changed in me. Something snapped, and I realized that it was time for me to go back, get my little Brad, and protect him, take care of him, love him, and honor him, and make sure that nobody going forward would ever hurt him ever again. That was my responsibility to do that. And I did so. I did bring him with me. I went back, brought him with me in the future. And at 50 years old, I changed my life, and I turned my life around and became very independent instead of codependent. And I started making decisions for not just for myself, but I started making decisions in my life and things I wanted to accomplish and things I wanted to do, along with helping others. Okay. And I also made that commitment to him. And so him and I became a team. Him and I became a force to be reckoned with. And we decided that together we were going to pursue some of those dreams that were left behind. Now, I'll tell you that I never went on to be a professional, highly paid Elvis Presley impersonator. I did, in fact, impersonate Elvis for a little while, made a little money, and had a lot of fun. But I never did it for a career, and I never pursued that. Once I, found out a little bit more about the music industry, that was something that I decided not to pursue. But in doing so, something that both me and him really, really are good at, and that's talking to people, relating to people, and explaining, and talking him through stuff, talking people through a process, and all the things that I learned in that journey back to get him and rescue him and bring him forward with me so that him and I could run fast. All those things is a life experience that I have that I now share with other people. In my life coaching practice, it was the foundation of my first book, Man at 50, okay? And also my mental health podcast, because there was a lot of mental health issues that I had to deal with. And I still deal with those today. And I help as many people as I possibly can that are struggling with mental health issues. So I'm going to just put the focus on you at this time, okay? And I would encourage you, let's take a look at you and who you left behind. What little guy or little gal did you leave behind? When's the last time that you connected with them? When's the last time that you spoke with them? As strange as that may sound, spoke with them, acknowledged them, and looked at all the things in the past that you walked away from, and let them hold on to all of that on their own. So the message for today's video is, what did you leave behind? You might be surprised. And I want you to look back and ask yourself if you left anything behind. If you are struggling in any area of life right now, whether it be grief, forgiveness, healing, career, relationships, many, many areas, okay? It's time to go back and and see what you left behind and see how you can fix it. Okay? It's your responsibility, like it was mine, to go back and fix what was wrong so that you can create what is right and move forward with your little guy or your little gal. Okay? So that's about it. I do want to encourage you to like, share, and subscribe. And definitely hit that bell icon so you can be notified about future videos. But I'm going to wrap it up. And I do want you to, I want to encourage you to come back, because I'm going to do my very best to do a video every week. The next video will be on a different tool, a different concept or idea. But today, look at yourself, look back on your life, and see what you left behind and what do you need to fix and what do you need to bring forward that will serve you and make you a much happier, stronger person. Okay? So you can check out the playlist. I do have a playlist. It'll be in the upper right-hand corner, depending on how you're looking at it. The upper right-hand corner will be a playlist, so you can check out all the videos in the playlist as that playlist continues to grow. And yeah, that's great. It was exciting to talk with you. Left behind, question mark. What you left behind might surprise you. So I encourage you to take a look at that. Take a look back and see if there's not things you can fix back there, and then bring it forward in a positive, constructive way. Okay? So that's it. And I appreciate you listening to me for this first video of the Black and White Life Coaching, no BS. So I want you to take care of yourself, love your little me, and until the next one, hang in there, and feel free to comment. If you have questions, put them in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer your questions in the comments. So until the next one, please take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.